Hi friends, I am Pankaj. I am having 7 years of SAP ABAP industry experience. I have worked in different projects like implementation, support, rollout, and data migration. I thought to share my knowledge in form of interview questions answer for 3 to 5 years of experience person who is trying to crack the interview or who is trying to switch their company. For 6 or 7 years of experienced employee, also it is okay. They can also look into it and they can prepare for their interview. So the first question I will start with from OPS. So the series will be mainly based upon OPS. Later I will think upon other subject apart from OPS. But currently let us focus on OPS questions answered. So the first question I am going to take what is casting and what are the different types of casting. So you would have heard certainly about the typecasting. In typecasting, you are casting the type from integer to character or character to integer, whatever it is feasible. Similarly, in OOPS, what happens that we cast subclass to the superclass and vice versa. So in OOPS there are two types of casting. One is called wide casting and another is called narrow casting. So let us see what are these. Let me write the first question so it will be better. Uh, just let me write it. Question: what is the different types of casting ops in terms of in terms of in terms of inheritance, that is super class versus class. Okay, let me put it as a question number one. Question number one, and now I will explain its answer. So answer: there are mainly two types of castings. Two types of casting. One is widening cast and other is narrow cast. Uh, Let me first put narrow cast and then widening cast. It will be easier for me to explain, that's why. Is narrow cast and other is widening cast. Widening cast. So let us understand what is narrowing cast or narrow cast. Narrow casting. Now let us see about narrowing cast. What is narrowing cast? So let me put this question so it will be easy for our reference. What is narrowing cast. Interviewer can ask you what is narrowing cast. Explain in detail. Explain in detail. So narrowing cast, you can say answer like this. Narrowing cast is nothing but assigning the object instance of subclass to the reference of superclass. So what is narrowing cast? Just I'm writing it. Assigning of instance of subclass to the reference of superclass. This is called narrowing cast. So how can you remember it? Most important thing is how will you be able to remember, because after sometimes generally we forget. So how I remember, just I let you know uh, how I remember. I will tell my idea to you. See, how I understand that superclass is having lesser perspective, means superclass is having general detail only. So that means that is having less specific view, means less less information. When subclass inherits the superclass, then subclass will be having more information because it inherits all the properties, methods, and its own extra methods as well. So subclass is having wider information than superclass. So what we can say, how like we can represent it graphically as well, like let us see, like this we can represent uh, this side. I can write subclass, and here I can write superclass. So here you can see that it's kind of narrow at this part. It's narrow, it's wider. So when wider instance is assigning to the reference of superclass, then it's a narrow casting. You can see it's narrow and this is wider. We are assigning subclass instance to superclass reference. So by this way you can remember. Narrow casting. Now let us see what is the wide cast or widening cast. So let me put the question here. Question number 3. What is widening cast? Explain in detail. Guys, I will give the example as well in ABAP format. So just let me explain the theory, then I will give the example. So what is widening cast? So widening cast, it's just opposite of narrowing cast. So like we can say that assigning the object, assigning the object instance of superclass to the reference of the subclass. Okay, so this is the widening cast. So like In the same way, I would like to show you, this is the superclass, and this is the subclass, because it's having wider perspective or more information. Subclass, it's having more information, more method, more properties, and for superclass, this is having less information, or you can say general information, or lesser perspective. So in widening means we are going from narrow to wide side, that is from superclass we are going from superclass to subclass. This is widening cast. Like means you are assigning the instance of this superclass towards the subclass. You can see this is the wider side, you are going downwards, you are going downwards. Downwards is wide. What is the downwards? Downwards is wider. Wider means subclass. And what is here? This is narrow. So what is narrow? Narrow is superclass. So we are assigning superclass instance to the reference of subclass. So this is called widening cast. Please like and subscribe if you understood this concept well. For more information on widening cast and narrowing cast, I will come with a very good example in SAP ABAP AC30 editor, and I will show there why widening cast is or narrowing cast is so important and why it is required to understand its concept. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you a lot.